We'll move on. You don't collect wrestling figures, correct?
I do not. I do not.
All right, so we'll go really fast with this one. Number 3 is actually not mine. Once again, stealing from my roommate. Why not? Cody, one of my faves. This is the first AEW figure I've seen that I actually am jealous of. I don't have. This is an excellent one. It says the AEW figures are among the worst wrestling figures right now because the face scans are just bad. But this is a perfect Cody Rhodes. This packaging is beautiful. It looks like the stage of AEW Dynamite when he came out with that freshly minted TNT Dynamite Championship. This is an amazing figure. My roommate is a casual wrestling fan. He has one. I don't. What can I say? Oh, also, what am I doing? Oh, crap. I just noticed this. Look at this. I just noticed that. This might make it number 1. Holy crap. I had it
like I said,
3, but then look at this.
That's when you get value with different head sculpts. It gives you different options where you don't have to buy 2 or 3 versions of the same figure. You buy one figure, you get different looks. Hasbro can learn from that.
Yeah, they can. So that's a ringside exclusive. Big problem with AEW right now, face sculpts. I would have them all. I'm a diehard AEW fan. All Elite Wrestling. I watch every episode. I haven't missed a Dark and Elevation, which are like the undercard minor league shows on YouTube. I haven't missed them. And Dynamite is my favorite. It's my favorite promotion. I barely watch WWE now because of AEW. Yet the figures, the face scans are bad. Kazarian, Scorpio Sky, Kenny Omega, John Moxley, Chris Jericho. The list goes on and on. They just cannot. They don't have the face scan technology. I bitched about this on other episodes, but they just don't have the money that Mattel has, I guess, at the moment.
This is Jazzwares, right?
Yeah. They're not doing it. I mean, they got great Fortnite figures, great Halo figures because they're masked, masked or
painted. Yeah. They have a Halo figure, Cat in the blue armor. Worst face sculpt I've ever seen in my life. It's a dollar store face sculpt. So,
So, I mean, then this is when we get, this is where the comparison is. I went target hunting on the way to the first ball game I went to in Anaheim, and they didn't have jack shit, right? But this is a basic WWE figure, not an elite, a basic. Look at that, Becky Lynch. If I can get some love from this camera.
That's all good. But no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, just even the basic figures. Like a lot of modders will use basic figure pieces because they'll still be.
There we go. So this, imagine we're gonna get a bunch of Scarlets, right? If they screw that up again, there we go. Look at that. That's a good Scarlet.
Yeah, actually,
Scarlet head sculpt, and this was like $9. So I was like, I love Becky Lynch. But I was, and that's why I got a basic one. But it's like, if I don't use it as a Becky Lynch, I'll use it as a Scarlet.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go number 2. Ultimate Warrior. Now, this was the year of the Ultimate Warrior because they did the 2 documentaries, Dark Side of the Ring and A&E. So, we're kind of looking back at a lot of these wrestlers, Bret Hart, Stone Cold, what have you. But yeah, a lot of Ultimate Warrior. He kind of got re-famous this year with all these documentaries. And if you want to add one to your collection. Now, Ringside Collectibles does have an exclusive that's beautiful. It's got the jacket when he made the comeback and then the match against Triple H. But this was my favorite one. I was able to actually find it at a Target that usually doesn't have a damn thing. So that was nice. And then the final one, this is the one that as soon as they announced, I was like, yep, need it. Big Van Vader. Flashback Series 10 Vader. No pain. And he's got the Mastodon helmet, and then he's got another face sculpt as well, and hands. So, but yeah, cool face sculpt, but he does have other faces, hands to use. So it's almost a deluxe figure, and it's a regular price. So he's got the no pain. So he's a great one, classic, love it. Shout out to the Zelena Vega Elite. I didn't pick it up, but people are loving it. I know Christian Orozco, big wrestling fan.
All right.
That's his wrestling figure of the year. And then also AEW, they got the faces right on Jungle Boy.
Okay.
Shout out to them. They did a Boy and His Dinosaur 2-pack with Luchasaurus, and that's also a Ringside collectibles exclusive. So that one's great. Probably pick it up someday.
I have one wrestling figure I want to show off.
Here we go. Oh man.
Masters of the, and I got this because it comes with the Stratos wings that are like the classic size. So it's a good hack to put these wings on the Origins Stratos. So this may help us go into our next segment.
Sure.
But this one was tough. Shout out to my one of my homies from another chat that hooked me up with this. So these, well, so many of these figures are hard to get. COVID messed everything up, so a lot of this stuff is scarce.
Awesome.
But this almost made me, I'm saving up right now because I'm gonna have to pay the iron price for that Mr. T. I'm gonna have to get the Mr. T Elite, and I'm gonna have to get the Mr. T Masters of the WWE Universe. It is it is not gonna be cheap. I need it. Screw y'all for taking my money, but I want it, so I'm gonna get it.
You know, I had no idea those figures were gonna do anything. I like when I first saw them, I was like, "Who the hell thought of this idea?" But people are going crazy. They're selling
Yeah,
out. The rings you can get anywhere are probably even on clearance. I've seen tons of the
yeah.
rings.
I bought my ring for like $10.
But yeah, you can get just like I got an AEW ring for $10 myself.
Mhm.
But the rings are easy to get. But as far as the content, yeah, the Masters of the Universe, those aren't that easy to get. They're a
No,
lot
no,
harder than
no.
you think. So yeah, our next segment.
Yeah, man. I love Masters of the Universe ever since I was a kid. Some of the first comic books I read were those mini comics of Masters of the Universe. I have if you want to show yours, I can actually grab a print. So go ahead and get into it.
So actually, there'll be some visuals on screen because these are from the chat. I actually don't collect Origins. I have Ninjor, I should say,
Mhm.
Ninjak from Valiant Entertainment. I have Ninjor, I have Hordak, I have Scareglow. But as far as the best, this was the chat room, and you can disagree, KJ, but people have mentioned Trapjaw. They mentioned Many Faces. They mentioned the Deluxe Hordak. So those were among the top choices from Origins from people who are really diehard. But you've got yours. Go ahead, take the floor.
Well, this is from Paracon, 20, 2017, I want to say. And this
Oh
is
man,
He-Man dunking on Skeletor. And this is done by Rudy Abrera, who did the box art all the way back in the 80s.
badass.
So you can follow him at Rudy Dude, Roody, on Instagram. Just sold the earth, great fellow. And this is one of my favorite pieces. I have got to put this on my wall. I had to buy a house just so I can hang this up on a wall. So that's how deep I go with Masters of the Universe. So let's go ahead and get into it. My my number one top pick um, will have to be Clamp Champ, near and dear to my heart. Um, so like when you're a kid, especially like when I was a kid in the '80s, I had heroes like Roadblock, like Jordy LaForge. I took for granted because like even like my older brother, he didn't necessarily, he had Lando and that was basically it. He had Lando Calrissian and that was it. So I felt seen, and not to say I took it for granted, but I didn't have to wonder about like any identity crises. Like I had my heroes, and that meant a lot to me.
Awesome.
So this here, Clamp Champ is my top pick, and I had to give an honorable mention because it was damn hard to find. But now it's all over the place. It's a peg warmer, but I don't care because I still love it. Rise of Evil. This man, like you could not find this until you could
No.
find it. A shout out to look at that Skeletor head sculpt. There are people you're talking about, like people who are like swapping, fig swapping. There are people that they take that Skeletor head, they take different figs, they put in the or. I don't want to give y'all any ideas, So like
You just
don't
did.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so be careful when you're out there getting that stuff. But like look at the art. So part of the Masters of the Evil and the appeal is how great the art is,
But
and it just fires up the imagination.
I
So
can see why you wouldn't want to take it out of the box. Yeah.
yeah, so I actually have a second 2-pack, so I can open that, and this sucker is just gonna stay
Well, I
in.
was gonna say if you're patient, they're probably gonna go on clearance because those in the sky sled with Prince Adam is just hitting clearance now. Those are
Yeah,
$10.
yeah. Mhm.
So be patient with this Origins line. I'm gonna just say this: worst figures of Masters of the Universe. Although,
Whoa, wow.
what's up?
No, no, go ahead. I was just being silly.
Revelation, He-Man, and Skeletor.
Ooh.
Now, the trailer is amazing. The new trailer is even more amazing. And these figures look great. I mean, these characters look great because we're getting the Castlevania anime team doing, doing the storyboard and
Yeah,
doing
powerhouse.
the
Yeah.
animation. The powerhouse. They're great. And then the figures came out, and yeah, I mean, Mossman and Tila, Evelyn, I should say, those are pretty good. People are digging those. But yeah, they also revealed Revelation Faker today. At least that one looks better than the other He-Man.
Mhm.
I don't know. These Revelation figures aren't really doing it for me, which is happy for my wall and wallet. There's no room.
Mhm.
I don't have room for them anyway. So
I'm gonna wait for the show to come out. I try to be fair with a lot of figures. Like I'm not gonna like I have to get them in hand if I'm gonna talk trash about them. Like
yeah.
so like with that Disney Plus, I didn't want to be like Disney Plus worst of Marvel Legends, but here we are. And with the Masterverse, it's gonna be a different aesthetic. People are gonna have to get used to it.
Mhm.
That He-Man looks very cheap, so you may actually want to dirty them up a bit, just to like bring out some of the detail or whatever. But I don't know. A lot of people like Battle Cat. They like that it's an actual Cringer face sculpt. I would have to get it in hand, and unless if the show just kicks ass, people are probably going to still get those figures. Otherwise, they'll be clearance, and I can like try them out at a very cheap price, and probably still return them anyway if I don't want them. But hopefully, just for the sake of the brand, I hope that people dig them. I really do.
Yeah. And so, hey, if you missed it a few episodes ago, Bobby K-Wish and I did a whole thing on He-Man. We're going to PowerCon, and that'll be a lot of fun. So we'll have to
Hmm.
see what people think then in September, middle of September, what they think of Revelation, not only the show, but also the figures. So we'll have a lot of reports then. The other thing we did cover on that show is Ninja Turtle. So, of course, it's hard to always segment this because Super 7 does theirs and NECA does theirs. So again, I have a list from the chat. I'll mention it real fast. People that seem to be like everybody in the chat was, I don't collect these lines. I have my Playmate Ninja Turtles. I just kind of stick with the basic ones. But everyone was talking about the NECA movie Disguised Turtles, the 4-pack. Everyone kind of went crazy with those. Those people were flipping those like crazy, but the chat, we're all hunting for each other in there. And then the Rat King and Vernon 2-pack, as well as the Rasputin and Genghis frogs. So, that 2-pack. And then today, before you mention anything, Napoleon and Attila are revealed to be the next frog 2-pack as well. So, a lot coming out. Do you have a turtle list at all?
Man, I wish I was collecting the turtles. The turtles was one of those things, those Sophie choices that I had to sacrifice. That the reason I'm able to collect a lot of the things that I am is because I'm not out there chasing NECA. I did get my hands on the street scene diorama, not the cartoony one, but the one of the earlier ones. So shout out to Entertainment Earth for that in stock alert. Had to get it. It's like that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my 6-pack Playmates, the re-release of those classic turtle figures, and that's what I had as a kid. So that's kind of what I'm getting, and they're kind of infinitely delayed right now, but hopefully I grab them before the end of the year. Let's do Mcfarland. This is the
Okay.
last stuff I have in my hand to show. We'll fly right through this where we cover the next few segments. Number one, tough choice, but well, I'm just gonna do 1 and 2. Here we go. John Stewart, Green Lantern.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep.
We both agreed, right? Number
Yeah.
one,
This is our top McFarlane fig for 2021.
top
Yeah.
McFarlane figure for
And
2021.
you see, I added the cartoon, the animated headpiece.
Yeah, you're always going to top me, KJ. I'm
No,
used.
it's not about no, man. It's
No,
just doing my style. It's not
no,
about
no,
topping anybody.
no. Yeah, you had no idea. Yeah, you just go. You're next level with it. What can I
No,
say?
no, 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 no. No, I'm just my level. That's all. That's all I'm focused on. I'm on a new level. Okay.
Killed it. And yeah, number two, we're going with Death Metal Wonder Woman. Love it, love it, love it. Love adding more Wonder Women to the shelf. So
Okay. Shout out to that. Mine is Bizarro for my
sweet,
number two.
sweet.
Big fan of the sculpt. This is reuse of the infected Superman buck.
Mm.
So I love the backwards S. I love the face sculpt. It's like it's great. I'm really, this is the stuff that keeps me in McFarlane's version of DC multiverse right here.
Mhm. And so just last episode, we did the Mcfarland Summer Showcase or pre-summer showcase or whatever it was, and we talked a lot about Spawn. But early in the year, people finally got their hands on that Kickstarter. And sadly, at the time when this went on sale, I just was not in the place I am now. Like my world didn't revolve around action figures, where I kind of pre-ordered or at least took a look at everything. I didn't know, I wasn't even aware of this thing until mid last year or early enough last year where it was already gone. But the Spawn Remastered Kickstarter is people have done reviews and they said there's a whole lot wrong with it, but there's so much to it that it's just great no matter what. You know, like
Okay.
the articulation's off or they missing this and that, but there's just if you get the deluxe one, the #1 Kickstarter, you get all 3 of the sculpts, you get all the weapons, and it just looked like it was like pages and pages of stuff that people got. So wanted to mention that just because you know, people, and it was hilariously enough, Mcfarland himself last year was like, hey, nominate me for figure of the year, and like no one even had it in hand.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was kind of crazy. Worst Mcfarland figure of the year to me has to be the Last Night on Earth Wonder Woman with the helmet of faith, because you can't take the helmet of faith off. It's Wonder Woman. We want to see, and I mentioned this on an older show, we want to see Wonder Woman's face. The helmet of faith is cool, but it should be an accessory, not just the lone head. You can't take off the damn helmet. So that's pretty brutal. One more thing about Mcfarland, there's a news flash. He's doing The Witcher, because we got a Witcher con. There's going to be a con for everything, because why not? We're not going to cons anyway. They're digital. So Witcher con, they tease that there's going to be Witcher Netflix figures, and they kind of, you'll see it right on the screen that there's a tease.
Okay.
So if those look good, I might jump back in the Mcfarland game. For now, I am retired. I forgot to make fun of you for that, but right now I'm #retired from Mcfarland. Maybe
#retired. I'm telling you, my wallet gave me no choice. It's time to go into retirement. I think they got a Witcher anime coming out, so be on the lookout for that. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Right, because they're doing the Netflix Geeked, which is kind of doing anime of almost everything right now.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
We got 2 more segments. Let's fly through it.
Whoa! I didn't do my worst. Mcfarland. Let me
you got worse
ahead.
Mcfarland's?
Yes, the Death Metal Superman.
You have it. You bought it.
Dude looks like he got stung by a bee and is having an allergic reaction in his face. And I'm telling you, it's the face sculpt, right? So like, it's this Build-A-Figure pieces. I'm not going to build Darkfather. I'm not interested in it, right? But I had no choice. So you're going to pay extra if you want to get this figure. Like for all the detail and all the sculpting that's going on in there. Like I said, I'm harsh with it. So I don't care about the chains, like all that stuff. It's if you don't get this right, then we're done. I remember when we were all geeked out about the gold label Batman, and then we saw those derpy ass promo pics, and it just went from, you know, from champ to dump. So
yeah, that was the worst figure period for Toy Kind of Mood last year. So
you got to get the face right. You got to get that face sculpt right. And Mcfarland, that dude will make you buy a whole nother fig just for different accessories. I bought the unmasked Flashpoint Batman. That should have been an extra head sculpt in the original figure. You know, so I slowed down my purchasing because I'm not going to keep playing that game. But that's all I have to say about Mcfarland. We'll see what happens for the rest of 2021.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Mezco Toys. I only collect the non-Mezco branded stuff, even though you shout out to Fabio Fabster. He's got so much knowledge on this stuff as well. He's kind of brought KJ in on it, and KJ might have some stuff to show for Mezco. The only thing I'm really jealous of that dropped that actually people have in hand is the 112 Collective Wonder Woman. I just went on. There's only a wait list. Big Bad Toy Store sold out, and it's $130 plus on eBay. And I'm just gonna have to wait, I guess. I really slept on it, and it's the comic book version of Wonder Woman, and it's I just watched the D Amazing review too, and I'm just like, damn it, I screwed up. So
you gotta be careful with D Amazing. That dude's awesome, but he will cost you money if you let him.
Yep. All right, so we were talking about Mezco, and the only one I wish I had was Diana, Wonder Woman, but couldn't right now. Can't get my hands on it. So go ahead.
All right, so I was really glad to get this baby right here. This is Krieg 13, the Black Spartan. Now, so for a lot of people who got the Toys Fair chest, they got this one in hand, but then Mezco was kind enough to come back later and do a standalone release. Had to pick it up. It's beautiful. Didn't get the pile driver. at the pale driver, excuse me. I didn't get the pale driver, but and I got my eyes on the murder hornets. But just to show you, just with the detail that's going on there, it's like I said, I'm a big fan of what Mezco's doing right here. Um, so this one has a lot in common with their cable from the 112 collective, the light up chest features and the light up in the eyes. So this is just a really smart version of reuse, but just looks amazing. And it's going to look great going up against my Black Skull Death Brigade, which was also on my list. I got like 3 of those. So it's Mezco's. They're kind of the reason why I'm leaving mass market retail behind. So I joke about being #retired, but the truth is, if it's not Mezco, man, that's pretty much the case. So I'm a big fan of what they're doing with Rumble Society. It hurt me not to get Vapor. Vapor looks incredible, but
That was Vlad said that was his best figure. Well, he was saying ever, but I think it definitely would be this year. Yeah, 2021. Yeah. He's in love with it.
And with his art sense, that totally makes sense. They made Vapor for Vlad. So
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then also did you pre-order Roadblock from Mezco?
I did. I have both Destro and Roadblock on pre-order for Mezco.
Yeah. Same. So yeah, a whole lot of Roadblock this year, but how could we pass that up?
Yeah.
Your Vander Holyfield Roadblock looks amazing.
Yeah.
And so as you can see the pictures up on the screen. So let's get into a combination. We did this for the best of 2020 show. SH Figuarts, Metacom with their Mayfex, Storm Collectibles, kind of, the international, the Japanese toys that we get. There's the stuff that we got, Good Smile coming on, and from Hobby Link and all this stuff. So all kind of different things. Before I get into the final news, do you have anything to show off from this? I don't have anything in hand from these waves yet.
I'm a big fan of Mayfex, of SH Figuarts, and Storm Collectibles. Just so that we can really wrap things up, here is the E Honda from Storm Collectibles. Once again, look at that. 3 different head sculpts, hands, effects, all the different crazy things you can do with this figure.
Beautiful.
I am having a blast with it. In fact, let me go ahead and just take this baby out real quick. I have so many of the Street Fighter figs. It was that Kung Lao. It's that Kung Lao that did it. I pre-ordered that Kung Lao. I got the Sub-Zero unmasked, and then. So just really well done figures right here. I got stuff spilling out of the package.
So you mentioned that Kung Lao, and that was supposed to come out already, I think, in hand, and it's been some, we got some plastic delays, some factories delaying.
Oh yeah.
Not to mention pandemic and whatever. So
exactly.
Kung Lao would have been the one I would be showing you guys right now from Storm Collectibles. I was instantly in love with this and ordered it from BBTS, but it hasn't shipped yet. Yeah, hopefully pretty soon. But all right, you got anything else?
I mean, my worst of would have to be their SH Figuarts Gamora. Like, these figures are at a premium. Usually, and they're anywhere from $70 if you find a good sale to 100, maybe even 150. I think their Falcon from the Disney Plus show is like $145. So when you get SH Figuarts, you're paying for different head sculpts, different effects, high quality stuff. I got the Iron Man stuff. I got the Avengers Endgame stuff. But the Gamora, both of those head sculpts are just not well done, especially for the cost. Like, I might as well have just ponied up and gotten the Marvel Legends. The thing is, on the aftermarket, those Marvel Legends figures cost just as much. Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I got into SH Figuarts, because when I wanted to get those Infinity War and those Endgame Legends, I'm looking at $75, $100. So here's SH Figuarts with extra hands, extra heads, and effects. And so that's why. But after getting that Gamora, I'm probably going to slow it down and just maybe go back to Marvel Legends, or maybe just retire.
Yeah.
#retire.
Before we retire, today's show is quite a long one. We do want to mention they just announced this Bluefin in conjunction with SH Figuarts, the Machinations. A couple years ago, I had a nice Comic-Con with some Dragon Ball Super, and they just announced that their 2021 event exclusives will be on sale during Comic-Con at home. So the 22nd and 23rd of July, we're going to see Beerus. Finally, I am getting this Beerus. It looks amazing. You can see the picture on the screen. And of course, his homie Whis is there. And DBZ Nappa, and then DBS Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan God Goku, and all red hair. And then more Storm collectibles. They mentioned that their 2021 event exclusives will be on sale at the same time, the 22nd, during Comic-Con at home. It's Golden Axe time and Darkstalkers time with Deathbringer, the Skeleton Soldiers, and Dmitry Maximoff. So a lot of cool stuff coming out in the international market. And yeah, there you go. Ba 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 boom. Those are hitting out now. So Golden Axe is in the wave. So this has been a mega show. We're probably going to do Marvel Legends next week. Well, we are doing Marvel Legends next week. We'll probably get to a pre-order show. Maybe our best pre-order, since we ain't getting these things for freaking forever. But for now, KJ, it was a blast. We went over a lot of stuff. It was a lot of fun, a lot of knowledge. And this was our best of 2021 for the first half of the year. Thanks for Travis Moody, KJ, Toy Kind of Mood, episode 35.
Peace.